I'm fine. How are you? Welcome to CommerceConnections.tv.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
So, Chris, you've written a new comedy book titled Out of Work. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So Chris, what I want to do is I want to, give the listening audience a little background and your history. And you were born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Correct. I
Okay.
was born and raised. My back is a little small town about 30 minutes away from Atlanta,
I see.
but in the metro area.
I see.
Yeah.
So, what was it like there?
My town is a small town. It's very, to give you an example, my mom and dad, when they grew up on the same street, a house away from each other. So my mom and dad stayed a house down, and then there was a house between them. And then there was my mom and her mom. So it was a very small town. Everybody knew each other. Probably a town of back then, probably 1,000 people, probably. I mean,
Oh, it was a small town.
yeah, 800 people. I mean, that was like 4,000 is still considered small.
Oh, I
But
see. So,
yeah, so it's a very, very, very small town, and with not too much to do. You know what I mean? So, but that's one of the things that inspired me that to do something better than just sit around a small town, just I guess do the norm with well, I'm not gonna say every, but like a lot of most small town people do.
I see. So, was there anything in Atlanta that prevented you from pursuing your dreams?
No, not really. Anything I said I was gonna do, I do it. Sometimes you may put it on pause for a minute, on hold for a minute, but you I put my book on hold because I moved to New York. Yeah, I had my book on hold for like 2 years. That's how I did.
So why did you choose to locate to New York?
A relationship. I had met somebody in Puerto Rico, and she's from New York, and I met her, and I moved up, ended up moving to New York to be with her. Things was well. I tell you, when I was there in New York, I was went for the acting thing. The acting around acting, a couple of auditions here and there, and having a good time doing my personal training and stuff like that. But time was cut short, so I had to come back to Atlanta and regroup.
All right. Well, what inspired you to start auditioning for roles in film and television?
Just the love of acting, the art of it. You know what I mean? I love movies. I love not just watching like a regular, television show or just a movie. I love the art. And I like Robert De Niro, Chris Bell, Morgan Freeman, or like Sean Penn, Johnny Depp. Those people can really act. What I mean? They can really they make acting and art, and I just love the art of it. What I mean? So I wanted to get into it into it while I was in New York.
I see.
And I was doing some stuff here and there. Like some of the time was cut short.
I
But
see.
now I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to make my moves back to the same thing right now. So that's cool.
Well, what was it like working on the set of films such as Wind in Rome and the notorious Big movie?
What went wrong was it was a lot of people on the set. A lot of people on the set. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay. But the Notorious B.I.G., I was there for like 3 hours on the set, and I played like a corner drug dealer. And the camera was back so far. We so far distance from the camera. You probably can take a lot of. But it was pretty fun. I mean, I didn't meet Biggie's mom, but I saw her. And I saw Faith Evans, and I saw Biggie, his kids with his mom and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
And Ugly Betty as well. I've seen America's. She was on the set of Ugly Betty. The first season, it was in New York. I was there, and Vanessa Williams, she wasn't there that day. But America's was, so that was pretty cool.
and so what about Lipstick Jungle?
Lipstick Jungle, I seen. It was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool set. We played like photographers and was walking around outside. it was I want to say Central Park, but I think it was another park. We was at in New York, and I've seen Rosie Perez. She was there, and the brother that played in Vegas, the show in Vegas, tall brother, he was there. And but that was a pretty good fun set. It was pretty fun, so I enjoyed that.
Oh, so
I
so you
enjoyed
so you mentioned that your time was cut short and you moved back to Atlanta, Georgia. What cut your time short?
that. The breakup, me and my ex.
I see, I see.
No, so I had to make a move and come back here to
I,
Atlanta and just regroup and just start back over again. Get my thoughts back together. And New York, honestly, I didn't want to come back to Atlanta. I wanted to stay in New York. And I said, the next time I go back to New York, it's going to be on different terms. But that's when I started pursuing my dreams as a writer. I have an IT degree. I have a bachelor's degree in IT. But that it was like a kick in the stomach when I left New York because I felt like I failed. So I really wanted to do something that will make me be more advanced on a financial level. If I ever get a chance, if I want a choice to move back to New York, I don't want to do it because it's expensive. But a lot of things just encouraged me while living in New York. Just the whole everything about New York. Just you can do so much better. You have the world at the grasp of your hand. You know what I mean? So walking through Wall Street and going through Harlem, walking the Brooklyn Bridge, just going through this mecca city of the world, not just the United States but the world. Coming from a small town called Pamela, Georgia, it just made you want more life, and not just say you go into something, but you honestly go out and make it happen. You know what I mean? I hung around a lot of good a lot of good young people, young men and women in New York who had dreams and who was pursuing their dreams. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying the people where I'm from it wasn't like that, but those people I met in New York was on a different level, and it just they a big part of me changing and growing as a person.
I see.
Including my ex, she helped me grow as a person as well. So that was a blessing. The moving part, and just being in that whole situation in New York was definitely a blessing.
I see. So now, when you began to separate from others to tell your own story, who inspired you and what did you learn from that inspiration? I know you mentioned Don Cheadle.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he was on the interview on the radio station, and he was just saying that today's television shows are hiring actors, known actors, which back in the day they would take a chance on a new face. And he was just saying that a lot of people are auditioning for these roles, but a lot of networks really want to go after the known faces. Like I think he has a show called House of Cards, not House of Cards. I'm not sure, but I know it was Showtime. And he said he feels that if you write your own story and make it your own, then that's the way to go because that's something you created. You know what I mean? And anybody can pick it up. A network can pick it up. A movie director can pick it up. So, and that becomes you. So that's why I wanted to do something other than acting or commercial work. I just wanted to be a writer and tell my own story and make my own, make my own projects as far as storyline and make it, and hopefully to come to life one day if somebody see it. You know what I mean? So listening to Don Cheadle today really kind of encouraged me for that.
I see. So now, as a new author of the comedy book, Out of Work, you took ideas from your own life experience and turned it into a comedy novel masterpiece. Can you share some of those experiences and what you learned from the events?
Yeah. being working in, I can say, corporate America and working in warehouse environments, you just learn that you shouldn't settle for less. You just learn that people sometimes get complacent in these type of jobs. And I made it comical. I made it humorous. I was at work one day working in a warehouse at Toto, and you make toilets, you know what I mean? And it was like a rat race in there, and it was segregation, white people on one side, black people on the other side, and it was funny. And as I walked into the time clock, we was going on break. People was ready for the time clock, knocking the time clock for this little 30-minute break. And I just started laughing, and I said, this can be a book. And I was working on April's Promise at the time. It was a mystery book that I haven't even brought out yet. I'm finishing, but I haven't even had the book yet. I put April's Promise on hold and started that book, which I entitled it Out of Work. So the book with Lionel, the main character, he get promoted to be plant manager in his company, but he ended up losing himself. And his wife said, his friends said, his co-workers couldn't stand him, so they got together to bring a union in there to try to get him out of there, get things changed and stuff like that. But, they got the union in, but a CEO person bought the company, a new one, and changed the whole dynamics of it. Out of the union with that, had to brought into place. But I made it comical. It's tons of characters, over 10 characters, 15 characters through the whole book, and 130,000 words and stuff like that. So, just life in general encouraged me to write this book. Life situations. So.
I see. So, but tell me something. Who is your favorite character in the book?
Oh my God. My favorite character in the book, I'm not going to say the main character, Lionel, is my favorite character, but it's so many. And I can say that FD is the new guy who came in and bought the company. He's a Jamaican billionaire. So he come in and just try to corrupt everything all over again. And he's one of my favorite characters as well. So Lionel and FD as well. It's crimes, man. When you read the book, Catherine, you'll see what I mean. I try to give everybody a personality that everybody would like, so it's really hard to choose. But I would say Lionel.
Lionel?
Yeah, Lionel and Esther, yeah.
Okay, all right. He sounds very interesting already. So now you were originally working with your cousin Thomas on ideas to write books. What was Thomas' role in the writing process, and what was the event that led you to begin jotting ideas on your own?
No, actually, he didn't play any role. He brought it up. He said, "Hey man, why don't we start writing books? I'm gonna write a book." And we just had the conversation going back and forth. And I said, "Well, how do you get the books?" I was just talking. He said, "Well, sometimes you get comp cards, man, and you write it down, and you write what you want to put in the scene and that." So I went to the store and bought some comp cards. I went to Walmart, Target, but I went to the store and bought some comp cards. Just arranged scene stuff for April's Promise. And I put those cards in the drawer, which he never did do anything, period. But I put those cards in those comp cards in my drawer. I think in 2004 or whatever, and I didn't touch those cards again in 2000. It was either 2004, 2005, and I didn't touch those comp cards again until like 2011.
Wow, almost 6 years.
Right.
So what happened? How did you find them in the drawer again?
Something just told me to go ahead and just do it. Just go ahead and grab those cards, get out of the way, and get on your Word document and start writing. So once I started writing my book, through almost the midway through my comp cards, I honestly started freestyling. I learned kept writing, I just kept freestyling whatever came to mind. You know what I mean? And then after that, I just wrote it and I finished kind of quickly. It was because it was only like 60,000 words. I put that book on hold and just worked on how to work, and finished that completely out. and April's Promise still really hasn't been edited yet, you know. And hopefully I can bring it out this year, but I'm working on another book. Matter of fact, I'm working on not only the meaning behind the song, but I started a short read called Lost Over the Bridge with this little kid from New York who he goes from Brooklyn to Manhattan by himself, catching a cab back and forth.
Oh,
So,
that's so interesting.
yeah, his mom don't even know until she get home from work. But it's dramedy. Yeah, I made it funny as well. So
So what?
that's not me.
So give me a little insight. Give me a little sneak preview of April's Promise, and give me a little sneak preview about the meaning behind the song. I think you spoke about that a few minutes ago, but give me a little bit more meat to those novels.
April's Promise is a novel about a guy named Jeff Promise who marries April. Something that the life is April's Promise. But
Well,
he promised her a life that he couldn't give her.
oh, I
And
love that. I love that.
that he's they went to church state together. They got married, had a son. He's a debt collector, so he just answers phones all day and get cussed out left and right. You know, and people call and ask. You know, he asks people for their money, for their credit cards. Can you give this? And people be like, good, get a real job, you loser. They call him all kind of names, and and he just get fed up. He got fed up, and he has a temperament that nobody knew about. So these debt collectors, they have your information on the computer. So when this last guy this flat out cussed him out, he went to his house and assaulted him. And the next person he killed. So, and his wife she's an FBI agent, and she's on the case, but she don't know her husband is doing this, but she's on the case.
Oh, that is. Oh my God, is that intriguing? I can't wait for that one.
Right, so that one I shouldn't be hesitating with that one. And the meaning behind the song it deals with a white and black couple. The husband white, the lady's black, and she's like multicultural. Her father's white, her mother's black, and her husband is always dodged the question of, they heard that, is she Puerto Rican? Is she Asian? Is she Italian? And he always, not saying he's ashamed of her, but he never really, acknowledged his friend's question to ask, what's your wife's nationality? But in all hindsight, he's racist. He married to a black woman, but he's racist. And she wants out of the relationship, and he just cheats on her like there's no tomorrow. But she ended up meeting this guy that she had took little karate classes with when she was 11 and 12 years old, and they ended up meeting later on. And he's a songwriter. So when he met Stephanie, he ended up writing a song called "The Meaning Behind the Song." So this was different, and turns and twists, because well, not turns and twists, but it's like a romance comedy as well. So.
Oh, so this is a romance comedy. I like it.
Right.
It sounds really good and very entertaining for people who like to read that type of genre. Okay, is there anything inspirational you would like to say to the viewing or listening audience at this time?
Yeah, never give up on your dreams. I don't care what it is. Never give up on your dreams. Never let nobody dictate what you want to do in our life, because time life is short, and we let time go by so quickly. I'll be 39 at the end of this month, and we have to go after our dreams. We can't live for nobody. And people get discouraged when they have friends or family say, "Why you want to do this? Why you want to sing? Why you want to write? Why you want to act? Why you want your own business? Why you want to do this? Why you want to move to New York or LA?" It's always not asking why. You know what I mean? And it honestly, if you're dealing with a certain type of person that can't really handle these things that come at them, then they would give up somehow. They'd be like, they would give in to that negativity. I'm just here to say, don't never give in to those people who their life, who they look at you through their life. So I just this writing to Chris from my father. He passed in '91, and he always want to be an author as well. Matter of fact, my website is called 𝒥𝑜𝒽𝓃-𝓈𝑒-𝓃.com, which my father's name is Jerry Allen Henry. His last name is Allen. But Allen Shields is a company that was based in my book Out of Work. So I wanted to keep Allen Shields the name at company within the book, like almost like is it Happy Madison got whatever Adam Sandler got his first movie. It's a production company. Oprah has Harpo Studios, which it was called Purpose. Her first thing she done. She kept that, whatever. So I want to do mine the same way. But just tell people that never give up, man. Never give up, because tomorrow's not promised. You know what I mean? So if you have kids, live your dreams for your kids. You know what I mean? And if you have to cut people off, you have to just let them go quickly. Right, exactly.
Exactly. So now, do you have, you did say something about a website. Did you have a website? Do you have a social media page as well?
I do, yes.
Okay, so can you tell the listening audience your website and also the social media page, how they can find you?
Yeah, my website is www.allenshields.com. That's ALLENSHIELD.com. And I'm on Twitter as well. Let me see, one second. My Twitter page is twitter.com/Chris Out of Work.
Okay, all right. And so, in closing, I really want to thank you so much for your time, Chris. And I want to say that it's always good to see someone follow their dreams. And you have set your eyes on the prize at this point in your life. I believe you will be unstoppable. And thank you so much for interviewing here with us on CommerceConnections.tv, Chris. And we'll be talking with you soon here.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, bye-bye.
And Miss Catherine, your name is Catherine is a character in my book as well.
Are you serious?
Out of Work, yeah. She was married. She was married. My uncle named Gregory, but they got married and separated the same day they got married. It was
Oh my God! Well, you know what, Chris? Now I wish you would have told me that, because let me ask you a question. How did you come up with that character?
Oh my God! My dad's brother's name's Gregory. He's like a comedian. So when I wrote Gregory part, I need to give him a wife.
So why did you name her Catherine?
You know what? I don't know. And these names I came up with, people like I don't know. The people ask me, where you get these names from? I mean, Catherine is my great aunt name, Kathleen, yes. I think, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just going with my gut. I was going with things in my. I had a guy, Jeff Promise, right? Jeff Promise and April's Promise, and I was working at a job this year, January 9th, that a guy named Jeff, and the guy was like kind of weird, and I'm like, his name was Jeff as well, and I'm like, wow,
it fits.
It's like the names are coming in. It comes, yeah.
So the just to it's something on my mind. Is Catherine? Is her character? Is she a kind and sweethearted person, or?
Not at all.
You're kidding.
Not at all.
Is she rough?
She's, oh my God, she's
Is she a dream killer?
Who?
a dream killer. In other words, she beats her husband down with, wanting him to do different things or something, or
she can't keep her hands off other people besides him.
oh my God! And can I tell you something? And you know why that's ironic? Because Catherine means pure.
It does.
Yes, it means pure.
Wow, she isn't.
Oh my God! So what irony? Well, all right. Well, listening audience, you have heard Chris Henry, give you some feedback on these characters or whatever. So, I really suggest going out and getting the book. I have got it on order. I'm going to be, reading it more. But the thing is that I really, really say, Chris, I commend you for, following your dreams. And please come back and do a, video version with us so the people can see you and your beautiful, handsome self. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I will. Thank you. And it'll be in a few weeks. I have a little short story I want to talk about.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.